Can you tell me your name and how long have you been an agent?
My name is Vanessa Bohr, and I just got my license this Monday.
My name is Becca Pavlik, and I have been an agent for just shy of 2.5 years.
My name is Jordan, and today is my first day being an agent, actually. Yay!
Yeah, I am Donya Raker. I'm going on 4 years of being an agent here.
My name is Kelly McCarty. I've been an agent for about a year, and I've been with Symmetry since March.
Ben Edson, and I've been here about 4.5 years.
My name is Griff Martin, and I've been an agent with Symmetry now since February 2012, so just over 14 years.
Everett Jason Allen, and I have been an agent here with Symmetry since January 2021.
My name is Edward Pritchett. I've been an insurance agent for 18 years.
What do you do before life insurance?
I have a bachelor's degree in education and a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. I've been teaching for about 10 years now, and so that's what my life focus has been so far.
Prior to life insurance, I worked at an organization called Rehab Ministries. I ran our outreach department. We worked to get women out of human trafficking. So we would go into strip clubs, into jails and prisons, and we would find where they were being trafficked and get them into safe housing.
I did a lot of things. I tried a lot of different jobs. Most recently, I was working in coffee. I was a barista. Before that, I did door-to-door sales, so I have some sales experience. I worked in a retail sales store. I tried copywriting, which is like a form of marketing. I tried a lot of stuff, actually.
I was in the club business.
Why did you choose life insurance?
As much as I love being a teacher, I feel like the income is capped. There's only so far that I'm ever going to be able to go. I've also watched a few friends grow in the business and really help other people, which has been so interesting to me. I have a passion for helping people, which is why I've been teaching, but now I see that there's another door that's opened that allows me to continue to do that in a different way while building a legacy for me and my son. So this has just been an awesome opportunity to really grow a business, and I didn't really think it was possible with my past experience, but this has just really opened my eyes to a whole new world.
I don't know if I really chose life insurance or it chose me. I was presented this opportunity with flexible schedule, and that's what I needed to go with, and here it has proved itself every day to me.
Man, I tell you, it's a story. I met an older gentleman before I got into this industry. Didn't even know anything about life insurance, but I was looking at his lifestyle, and I saw this guy pull up in a new car every time I seen him. And I pulled him to the side one day, was like, man, what do you do? And he told me that his mom helped start a life insurance company, and she's been passed away for 10 years, and him and his two sisters still get residual income, about $50,000 a month. And I was just thinking to myself, like, man, like this is the type of industry I need to get in.
So initially I chose life insurance because I was looking for remote work, but I wanted it to be something that I could still care about, that I would still have passion for. I knew I loved helping people, and so I connected with Edward, and he recommended I get licensed. And I've found that, when you sit with someone and are giving them a massive check after they lost someone, you are still serving them, you're helping their families, you're getting to witness, love in action.
I chose life insurance because I wanted a couple of different things. I want to pursue acting, so I needed a job that is flexible so that I could go to an audition whenever necessary, something where I can control my income and I don't have to get approval from a boss. I also really wanted to help people. That's really why I wanted to get into it. I also saw some of my friends really doing well at it, and it looks like an enjoyable career.
I felt life insurance chose me because a lot of people would always come up and say, man, you're so bubbly and talkative, and you'd be good in insurance. And one day a guy came up to me at work and said, man, I did what you did for 20 years, and then I would switch over to insurance. It was the best thing I ever did. I said, okay, I'm gonna go with my license.
I needed a job, is the honest answer. I got my degree in chemical engineering, and right after the Great Recession, couldn't find other work. and had a friend recommend life insurance, and it really, really fit. It met the purpose things that I wanted to do in life. It met the financial goals that I wanted to have, and I've been a very happy insurance agent for 18 years, which is odd to say, I think, about most careers out there.
Well, life insurance is a very needed asset, and it's something that if I'm going to sell something, I want to make sure that I can stand behind what I'm selling. You know, I sold real estate before I got into life insurance, and I believed in it, but it wasn't something that was, I mean, it's needed, you know, we need a home. Life insurance is something that can act as a big safety net for a family. You know, I've gone through a number of claims now to be able to see what it looks like for somebody to actually pass away, and then that cash is paid to the family, and seeing them see it pay off houses and see it make mortgage payments for people, and really just doesn't bring people back, and we know that, but it makes things a lot easier.
I chose life insurance because I had kind of come to a crossroads in my other career, and I'd been in sales for the 12 years prior to joining Symmetry. I was doing in-home sales, which is obviously what, you know, in Symmetry's origin as well. But what I was doing was not as conducive to remote sales, and so Symmetry had the forethought to go remote very quickly during COVID, and they were putting a lot of energy behind that. I saw that, what they were doing from a distance, and that was really appealing to me. That in combination with just my belief in life insurance as a product made it a really easy transition for me.
What do you hope to gain from this Powerhouse?
I have 2 agents here with me, so I was really excited to just work alongside of them, to watch them grow, to see their experience, and also just to continue to become a better producer, a better leader. Yeah, and honestly, be more strict with my dials, get a lot more activity in.
A lot, actually. I don't know what I'm doing. So I have a really great mentor. I've learned a lot, and I think we've been working for like 6 hours only. So it's a lot to get started. There's a lot of like onboarding. There's a lot to learn. I'm really hoping that by the time this is over, I can keep up this like work ethic and work this hard every day and kind of figure out how to best move forward so I can start making some money.
Really just knowledge, because when I'm at home, it's hard for me, I'm by myself, to learn a real schedule and getting the dials down and everything, and so far I've really learned a lot.
I'm hoping to further my connections with my agents and other agents. I'm also really hoping to prove that our schedule gets to be our schedule.
Man, I came to write some business, man. I'm a couple thousand away from 10,000 in 2 days. So I got a couple more apps to write, but I also came to be with my team and really just feel like a family with the people that I work with.
This has just been a very immersive experience so far. I'm through the first day, and I feel like I've already learned so much, and how to communicate with people, reach out, meet their needs, how to just really start this. So I feel like when I go home after all of this, I'm going to be able to hit the ground running.
Can you tell me about your licensing process and what motivated you to complete it so quickly?
I knew that was the only thing standing in my way between beginning this and starting my business. So I just decided the quicker I could complete it, the better. It's when I can finally get started. I'm still teaching right now, so I knew that these 3 summer months, that's like the time that I have to solely devote my time to really building a strong foundation here. So I knew like I needed to get this done as fast as possible. That, and I'm also a single mom, so like my time where it's just my time to focus on this is limited, and I am just motivated to get done when I can. So I finished it in about a week. I finished the licensing course in 2 days, and then I was licensed by the end of the week. I passed my state test.
What are you hoping to see this group get out of this Powerhouse?
We, Pritchett and I are sort of doing this together, right? He's got the Pritchett Direct Agency, my direct agency, Ben Edson's here. We have a new agency owner, Andy Hall, Danya Raker, a number of people that are sort of collaborating on this. So it's really cool to see some of the other leaders here and leading and making phone calls. So there's great camaraderie that's happening within this group. But I honestly think it's pushing some people past the limit that they've wanted to go for a long time. They're doing more here than they would have done at home. And when that happens, you go home with, you're a little bit better, right? You hold yourself to a higher standard. You can get more out of your day. Things become a little bit easier.
So I guess out of this Powerhouse, like bringing a group like this together, the big thing for me is that people expand their comfort zone. I think everyone comes to these events with a predetermined idea of what they're capable of. And my hope for everyone is that they leave with that capability having expanded. Maybe that's that they made more phone calls in a day than they ever have. Maybe they wrote more premium than they ever have. But just through the osmosis of sitting next to people like Edward and like Griff, I don't know how you could leave here without, an expanded horizon.
I think the big goal out of this Powerhouse is to set a new bar for themselves. For each one to have made more dials, had more contacts, booked more appointments, write more business than they've ever done before. And when they do that, they can take that home with them. And then the next time they come back, they get to take the bar to another level.
What does it mean for you to bring your agents to an event like this?
Oh man, this event is kind of hitting me in a cool way because I started making phone calls with this company back in 2012 in an office just right on the other side of this wall here, right, in another space. And I came in every Saturday morning and made phone calls with Edward Pritchett and with Brad Smith and Brian Delaney, and I was sitting next to these gentlemen. A lot of other people too are still with our company, and just kind of competing with them, but then also sort of feeding off of their energy and then feeding off of mine. And so it was the face-to-face, the live interaction that you can have at events like this are just, it's really hard to compare to, right? Even like a virtual office just doesn't quite capture what you can capture in something like this. So for me, it's like, I don't live in Asheville anymore. I used to live here. I lived here for 17 years. And pretty much my entire journey at Symmetry, I've lived in Asheville, but about 3 years ago, moved back to Winston-Salem. So coming back up here and being able to dial in pretty much the same space I was in before, and then have a lot of people with me is, it's something that's kind of bringing me back home,
There's so many things about virtual work that I love, but it is really the human connection is so crucial. I don't love working on Zoom, right? It's great to get to see people. It's great to, just have the actual eye contact, the association, being able to sit shoulder to shoulder with somebody, hear them run an appointment, let them hear me run an appointment. It's priceless. So the more I can get in the same room, not only with my people, but also with people like Edward and Griff and, Brian Delaney, I'll fly across the country for that any day. So
I think it's important for, agents to associate with people that have the same goals and be able to learn from people that may be a couple steps ahead of them.
It means allowing us to share energy, get around the fire together, and be having a resource that people ask for. People ask to be with you side by side. And in the virtual world, you can do that through a screen, but being side by side with somebody and actually looking into their eyes, feeling that energy, and they can feel it from other people, and that belief system grows so much.
There's nothing like doing training in person. Absolutely nothing. You can train on Zoom all day long. You can listen to recordings, but to get in the room and not only get training, but then to do the work with fellow agents. There's a camaraderie, there's an energy. People get breakthroughs that they never would get on their own. People can shortcut 3 months worth of a career into 3 days by being at an event like a Powerhouse.
If you could give one piece of advice to agents at the Powerhouse, what would it be?
Be a sponge. Be a sponge. You know, I think as new agents, everybody comes in wanting to be good, like right off the bat. And with success, it doesn't work like that. Like there's levels to, you know, greatness. And you got to be bad before you're good, and you got to be good before you're great. So be a sponge and then don't give up.
Take it serious, right? People come to these events and they, you know, there's obviously a lot of the camaraderie. You know, we hang out, we have fun, we're outside, we're hanging out, we're having lunch, and there's some joking around, but that can go a couple different ways, you know, like you want to kind of make sure that you're here to get the job done first, right? We're here to set goals for ourselves. We're here to make a certain number of dials a day. We're here to write business and help families. And it can be easy to get distracted when you're around a bunch of people. I think we've all worked at places where you're at a job and there's people around, and you're in the coffee room or whatever it is, and you're socializing a lot. And some of it's work, but a lot of it's socializing. So I think just being here and making sure that you can challenge yourself personally to do more than you've done is something serious. So yeah, I think take it serious.
One piece of advice to agents, I'm gonna borrow it from a friend and mentor of mine. Do more now, get better later.
Come with your best, and then you get to grow that to be your best, and it also it attracts clients to you. So come and be your best. Every day you walk through that door, whether you're sitting in your house or in the Powerhouse, and then it just attracts it to you.
The one piece of advice that I would give to agents who come to these events is this time is sacred, and make the most of it. Like, get the most value you can out of this. Be the first one in the room, be the last one to leave the room. This event will end and you will go home, and your comfort zone, you can go back to your comfort zone, right? But this is a chance for you to just completely expand what you're capable of. And so do that, right? Make that extra 50 calls, be the one that's there before the door gets unlocked. And then before you leave here, figure out what event you're going to next like this. Book that plane ticket. If it's a conference, you know, get your conference ticket, obviously, but like always have your next thing like this planned, so that you have something to work towards.
Was it worth it? Would you do it again?
100%. Coming into this as a new agent, it has been so helpful to have people in person here to walk me through all of the steps. I think it could have been done alone, but to be able to do it in community with other people who are so experienced is beyond gold. It's just so beneficial. It's been very helpful.
What was your favorite part of this Powerhouse?
So far, my favorite part has been I'm not sure exactly what they called them, the trainings at the end of the day. Like last night, it was like 8 p.m. when we started. It was like an hour and a half. Like everyone's kind of so tired, but they made those trainings super fun. And we gained a lot of knowledge, especially as new agents. They were really fun and interactive, and everyone was having a good time. So I was really super hyped and excited when those were over. So that's been my favorite part for sure.
So I have been to probably 7 to 8 symmetry events so far, and I have never gotten to go with a friend or had my own agents yet. And so this trip for me has been incredible. My favorite symmetry trip so far, because I got to bring 2 people that I'm watching grow, I'm watching learn. It's making me so excited about growing a business, about helping someone else grow theirs. So actually, like, watching this blossom, this is the first time I'm really getting to see that.
My favorite moment from this Powerhouse is definitely making my first sale within my first week of becoming licensed. It was a goal of mine, but I am just like above and beyond excited.
What's your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is actually that I don't have to wait for these events to do this in my own spaces. Like, I have friends and agents in Ohio. I don't need the Pritchett agency necessarily to put this on. This is teaching and training me how to go and do this in my hometown, how to help people get licensed in my own area and replicate this all over.
My biggest takeaway so far is that I have even more to learn than I thought. This industry is way more than just selling life insurance. And when I came in, I kind of knew that, but I didn't know how in depth that is. Like, life insurance is really just this umbrella term for so many different products for like finance, retirement. Like, there's so many different ways you can serve it up. I don't know. It's been a really amazing experience just learning from Becca, my mentor, and getting to talk to Edward and meet everyone. Like, this is my second day, and I feel like I've learned so much in 2 days. So that's been pretty awesome.
Honestly, I don't have just one takeaway at this point in time. I feel like I am swimming in an ocean of knowledge and I can't just pick out one thing. So right now, it's just been a plethora of knowledge. It's been so helpful overall. I would say it's been like just a crash course on how to do this, which is great.